Hello people, AVP here, 375R. I'm going to do, I've seen the Angry Joe show of Terminator 5, and hear about some rumors about it really. They said they're going to go back in time. Basically, he goes back in time in 2011. He goes back in time, trying to make the military or something better. These are my ideas for Terminator 5. They're going to think of making it, because the fourth one sucked balls me. It went down, in my opinion. They actually did like Nightmare on Elm Street. They did like mostly all these remakes. You could say they just sucked the money out of it, just to get money. But my idea of Terminator 5 is kind of unique. You could say, um, like I want to see a robot rebellion. You know, like robots fighting other robots. I mean, the robots are, you know, basically the plot, in my opinion, are basically this human who goes into. Yes, John Connor is. I hope is going to be in the fifth one, but it's my idea is John Connor is in this one. He has the. He has a scar over his like heart because he had his heart taken out. So yeah, and from the fourth one, I think, yeah, he does. I only saw the movie once, so don't even quote me or even ask, "Oh, you're wrong," or anything. Um, basically was a human. He goes. Almost gets killed by robots. I think if I remember T100 or T101 series or T101 or T100, so I can't remember. Which is which? No, one is with Arnold in the first one, and basically T102 from. No, T100. Let's just call them that. He basically almost gets killed by other robots, from like spiders and little wasp flying thingies, and other T100s saves him. He goes. They're rebelling, of course. They're fighting against their own kind and protecting their makers. This is gonna be actually a good plot, in my opinion. Instead of going back in time, let's just go forward more. And he goes fixed. He turns. He doesn't turn fully like in the fourth one. You know that guy he's basically a cyborg. He still has a heart, if I remember correctly, a human heart, and I think brain as well. I can't remember, but basically some of his organs are still. It's like RoboCop, you could say, but more badass. He can move fast. He's more actually more powerful than RoboCop, you can say, or any. It's like combining these four characters: RoboCop, like Spartans, Elites, and Arnold Schwarzenegger from the second one. The second one is more badass than the others because you know the other it doesn't say any phrases that were awesome like in the second one. It's like "Alta Vista, baby." I forgot what other. I know he says other things. I can't remember. Also, he grins when he holding the minigun. That was kind of funny and awesome. But he's combining with those four characters into one. That's some badass robot. He still has the brain of his human. He has robot skeleton. His head is more protective. I mean, it's more protective, not even like a big ass bullet will go through it. His heart is more protective. He has some of his organs are more protective, and overall, he almost basically died, and he ended up going through, and finding out what happens to him. He thought that was a dream. So the robots put him back a little bit further. They were following him because they were trying to make robots, but they keep on failing to make a perfect one. Then they found out they need a basically a human mind, human heart, and yeah. And they end up following him without without him knowing because he got stranded because his own squad, his own His whole squad died. I can't even talk. God damn it. But he goes on. He ends up dying, and he goes, and they put him farther back where his squad died. So he thinks that was just a dream that he was having. And he thought, oh, he just got knocked out. And John Connor, he and his team were looking for the team because they have some intel against the robots. Intel was stolen by the rebellion. So, reason they stole it because they don't want them to kill them, not yet. They want to try to make peace. So they have the intel. They're keeping it safe for them, but they're not giving it to them really. And he finds them, and he basically finds the survivor. And he's different than others because they're all heavy. He weighs a ton. But this one, he weighs less. He weighs like the actual weight he was. Even putting him on a scale, it will be the same. That's how different. He's a little bit more human, you could say. And it's kind of awesome, in my opinion. So going back in time, it's like, oh, screw it. Let's just press on the story like it was. Like, the fourth one wasn't that horrible, but come on. They could have done better. Oh my god, my nose is stuffy. I can barely go and sleep last night either. And he goes back, go back. So going back actually. And he goes forward in the time, but Terminator 1. See some scenes, if I remember correctly, from the war, and number 2, it starts off with more scenes of the war, and number 3, more scenes of the war, you could say, and the fourth one is about the war, really. And this one, there should be robot rebellion. That'd be awesome. Pretty sure everyone will want to watch Terminator 5 to have robot rebellion against their own kind. They're defending their makers. And basically, he goes and tries to save the humans, and he ended up finding what he was because he got blown up by a rocket. I was thinking about the scene, how he got blown up by the rocket. I try to make scenes. He basically flies, spinning around, and he ends up falling, and ended up being, a big burn mark with metal he saw, and he ended up knowing he's a robot. And there's a say, oh, robots see those little, things like numbers. But there's a system in him that will actually turn off that. He will see what humans really see, not like color or anything like that. When he got hit, that's when it turned on. It was off, but it turned on when he got hit, and it was still the regular colors where you see it like black, what it says, and you could change his eyes because how he looks, like heat vision, thermal vision actually, night vision, all these different visions. You could actually change his eye if you want to see, like in the dark or something like that. And he turns out being the alternate. He runs faster than any T-100 series ever made by Skynet or even in the future. Before that. Even that girl, he's more powerful. Also, he has the same mechanism like her. He can take over other robots. His mechanism comes out of his arm, right here. Basically, it comes out, and you can stab robot, and you could change his outlook like the other one did. This is just my ideas. Just comment, rate, or you can send me a message. What your ideas are about Terminator 5 that are going to make it. Those are just some of my ideas. I have a lot of ideas of all these movies that they're trying to make more, like AVP3, Terminator 5, and I forgot what other movies that were actually they're thinking of making. But those are my ideas, so comment, rate, do whatever. Please subscribe as well. And yeah, those are my ideas. See you later.